It helped us take down that Vladimir, which is very good, and we're going to take him down. I think the Singe just turned the tide, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Godzilla Nation? This is our Godzilla playing something that is a little bit unfamiliar on the channel, but I'm very excited to be bringing to you all. We're playing TeamFIght Tactics. Can I grab the spatula? Oh, yes, I can grab the spatula. Your boy R Godzilla loves grabbing that early spatch. So this is a game mode within League of Legends. Before we start, got to give a shout out to my boy Cripple Plays for getting me into this game. Since telling me to download it and playing it with him, this is probably the most addicted I've been to a game in a very long time. Play it whenever I can. The new season, Season 2, Rise of the Elements, is now upon us. And I thought, what better way to kick off the new season than bringing it to the channel and seeing how it goes. If I'm playing it all the time, might as well hit that record button and bring some content to you all. Got ourselves a cape. There's a couple of items we can make with the cape. You got to bear with me. I'm not the best when it comes to playing this game. I have been improving. What sucks the most is I was finally starting to get my head around all the synergies in level 1, and I was starting to build good compositions, and then all of a sudden they go and turn it on its head and they add all these brand new comps and get everything else going. So it's going to take a little while to find our feet, but I have learnt Woodland Druid is a good way to kick off the early game, so I think that's how we're going to kick off this episode. Part of the genre auto chess, for those of you who are unfamiliar. All we pretty much do is we buy heroes from down the bottom. They have different synergies that you can see link up on the left hand side, and you try to be the last team standing.
There is no retreat.
As you can see, we can buy double ups of certain characters. We've now got full Druid Woodland going on, which will now spawn an extra Woodland character, as well as the Druids being able to regain some of their health after a period of time. When buying heroes, if you buy 3 of the same, they turn into a level 2. If you get 3 level 2 of the exact same character, they turn into a level 3, which is the highest you can get. And obviously their power amplifies the higher levels they become. So as you can see here, Renekton, we now have a level 2. Get 2 more of those and we start rolling with a level 3. And as a Berserker, he can deal a lot of damage. I don't know what comp we're going to run with in the late game. As you can see on the right hand side, how I like to divide my board is on the right. I put the heroes that I'm considering bringing in the later game and could potentially be sold off for cash. On the left hand side are the guys that I'm currently putting in my build and guys that could potentially complement that build. And as you can see here, I'm thinking we might get the win here. Can we take out the LeBlanc? Yes, we can.
Where next?
It's sometimes beneficial to throw the early games so you can get yourself some better items on the carousel, but I don't mind building up a win streak early. I might sell off the Talias and I'll grab another Renekton.
There is no retreat.
Get Renekton out there as well. Get a little bit of damage dealt while the Druids and the Woodlands do the supporting work around him. I don't think we're going to win this round. He's got 2 Vladimirs on the field. And they've got the life-sucking ability, so both at level 2 as well. He's not far off getting a level 3 Vlad early. I've noticed what is different about Season 2 is because of all the different synergies and there's lesser heroes in certain pools, you can 3-star the 1-cost units pretty early. I've done it before. I've managed to get a 1-cost unit to level 3 before the boss battle in the first round, which is ridiculous. We've got LeBlanc. I'm going to get LeBlanc out there instead of Nico. I like the idea of having the assassin. We're going to save the spatula, maybe get a force of nature going and we can get an extra hero out on the field. I normally use a companions app which appears down the bottom, which shows me the different item combinations and what we can make. But for the sake of this recording, I thought to myself I'd have a couple of games where I tried to go without to see whether I can start getting to memorize the item combinations and things like that. We're going to take that Vlad down. Turn things around and start getting back on that win streak. Okay. First carousel. We could go the LeBlanc again. But I think we'll grab the fist. There's a couple of items with the fist that I really like creating. Infinity Edge on an assassin, I love. So if we can get an Infinity Edge on the LeBlanc, I think that could be handy. Just 2-star our Ivan and our other guy there. Maybe getting a Frozen Gauntlet as well. Frozen Gauntlet and Frozen Heart, if we can get that going and we get the attack speed of the opposition down, that could be very useful. So these guys were attempting to run a Predator composition, but it's not going to work if we can take their Predators out. Predator composition is a very good early composition as well. If they get their opposition down to below 25% health, it's an instant kill. And I think it's viable in the end game as long as you can get them to 3-star. If you can 3-star your 3 Predators, I think you can carry it into the late game. I'm going to buy the Mundo. We get the Mundo going with the Cogmore. We've got 2 out of 3 poison. Then we could potentially get either Twitch or Singed. And what's beautiful about Dr. Mundo as well is that Berserker. So we're now 2 out of 3 Berserkers. And we're going to throw some items on Mundo. We're going to get the Trap Claw going. Never really used to get involved with the Trap Claw, but I really like using it this time around. Probably better if he was frontlining. But we don't have him at a high enough level yet, so once we get him to level 2, throw him in the front line. Potentially have the 2 woodland characters up front out of the team. I don't know, we'll work it out. We'll make it work. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have stumbled across this video and this is the first time you have been to my channel, I hope you enjoy what I'm throwing down, and if you do, consider hitting that subscribe button. Pledge your allegiance to the Godzilla Nation by doing so, would be hugely appreciated. We originally set the goal of setting 750 subscribers this year. We've well and truly succeeded that. We're now trying to chase down 1,000. Can we get our first 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2019? With your help, possibly, we could get there, so consider it. I like the fact that we are duplicating our LeBlanc in the back line. What items are we picking up here? Okay, we've got a needlessly large rod. So we can get the spark going. Did we go Ionic Spark on our Renekton? Yes, we did. Of course we're going to. Get a little bit of extra damage output. Now we've got a level 2 LeBlanc just in time for the next round of battles as well. Another guy who's woodlanding. Out of all early comps, I seem to come across the woodland comp the most. Predator probably second most, and then maybe early Summoner or someone who's trying to shut down a Glacial team early. But we're set up pretty solid here. We could continue rolling with the woodland for quite a little bit. But we're starting to build a solid lineup on the bench. We've already got 2 level 2 Renekton's. We've got a Malphite in waiting.
Let me help you grow.
I don't want to invest on buying these Ivans though.
Time
Go
to
LeBlanc,
make an
LeBlanc for a
appearance.
level 2. Level 3 LeBlanc, if we can get some solid items on her, that'd be very nice. I think we're going to sell off the Rek'Sais. We're going to sell that one off as well. The Malphite's good because when he ults, there's a ton of crowd control. He can just wreck the opposition. But with no other Warden on the field, and with no Talia to double up for the Mountain synergy, I don't know whether it's going to be viable to have Malphite out there. We'll keep him on the bench because we're always open to changing our setup. We're getting romped here. This guy's Ocean, 100%. Yep, Ocean Mage. I've played the Ocean Mage setup a few times myself. There we go. Level 2 Cogmore. Very close to a level 3 LeBlanc. There's another Mundo.
Come to Mundo.
We'll start spending a little bit of cash here to see if we can start leveling up. It's not often you see that much cash in my bank. When it comes to Econ, I'm probably the worst. Cogmore, LeBlanc. We're going to have to make a move here. Let's sell that off. Nope, wrong one. Bring in the LeBlanc. We should win this. Yes, we will.
You hit like
Beautiful.
baby ram.
But now we have to start considering our setup overall. What are we going to go for here? We can go for a vest. Go for a vest and maybe set up for Frozen Heart or Frozen Gauntlet. I think that's the best move. Let's go for the vest. We have the opportunity at a red buff as well. We're going to sell the Ivans off.
Need the slaughter.
Going to get Scion in for our third Berserker. So we're looking good here. We're still getting wins on the board, which is good. We're set up for a Berserker build in full once we get Scion out on the field. We've got our Poison build in waiting with Cogmore starting to build a little bit of levels as well. We've almost level 2'd our Mundo. Don't mind copping a loss every now and then. There's our level 2 Mundo, but now the question is, do we keep the woodland out there or do we make some changes? I could just drop a couple of coins into leveling up and getting the Scion out there, keeping the woodland out there for the time being as well. It's probably the way to go, I think.
Mundo.
Let's buy the Mundo, let's level up, we'll put Scion out there, so now we've got 3 Berserkers. I think we've got to keep the woodland out there at the moment just to try and get some streaks going and keep the competitiveness up. I don't want to lose that synergy straight up, especially with 2 of them being level 2. Because we'll keep the LeBlanc, because we're so close to getting a level 3 LeBlanc, we can always get a couple of extra assassins and help boost her that way. But I don't think long term we'll keep the 2 frontline woodland heroes. There we go.
Who's next on the chopping block?
Cogmore, level 2. I like that. Setting up for a potential level 3 Cogmore by the time we run our poison is very good. What can we pick up item-wise? Put ourselves another fist. See if we can get the Iceborne Gauntlet going. Got another Mundo in the house as well. Alright, let's do some changes here. Let's get Malphite out the front. Let's get a Cogmore out the back. Buy up the Mundo. Oh! Level 3 LeBlanc! Get the Scion as well. We've now got a Twitch, so there's our 3 poison set up. Beautiful, okay. We're lucky enough to continue our early streak even with swapping out that synergy, which is great. Get Rek'Sai in just in case.
Prime Kiana.
Kiana for the assassin. The sooner we can get Twitch out there, the better. I'm thinking at this point in time it might be at the expense of Malphite, because he's just not fitting into our team at all currently. Another Mundo. Alright, Kiana, you move out for the time being. I might move out the Rek'Sai as well and bring in the Kindred. I'm thinking that might be a play. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring in the Kindred. Because that'll give us the Ranger bonus with Twitch, but it will also give us the Shadow bonus with Scion, so... There's another win. It's good to start stacking them. What moves do we make? Level 2 Scion. Let's frontline him. Another Mundo. Level 3 Mundo. We could have some fun with that. The other poisoned hero I really want to get in is a Singed. There we go, let's get the poison going now. If we can get in a Singed, I might swap it out for the Cogmore. Cogmore's the only poison one at the moment that doesn't have synergy with anything else, so it makes sense to swap out the Cogmore. And I'm thinking we get the Frozen Heart going on our Mundo. He's frontlining with Trap Claw. He can slow the opposition down. We're going to cop a loss here, but that's fine.
I'm not even breaking a sweat.
We now have an idea of the synergy we're finally putting in place, so that's okay. What do we grab here? What do we grab on this carousel? Let's get the belt. Do another Trap Claw. Trap Claw on Scion. Okay, 2 frontlining Trap Claws. It's going to be a bit of a shame for that level 3 Skana right at the front there. There we go. I think it's time we move out the Malachite. It just doesn't fit into what we're doing. Bench another Scion. Oh, level 2 Kindred.
Life is ours.
And let's level up. Let's get the Kindred out there. Put you over in the corner. Let's get Cogmore sitting out front. Nope, side. Actually, I hate... The one thing I struggle with is positioning. But now we've got Poison Berserker Ranger Shadow going on. Taking on a Ghost team. Very nice.
We're next.
I'm liking what we're throwing down here, ladies and gentlemen. There's another Twitch.
Out of the sewers comes doom.
And just like that, my econ is looking pretty terrible, but I'm not looking at getting rid of anything at the moment. The only hero I am now on the hunt for is Singed. If we can get Singed, we can sell off all of the Cogmore. And he's just going to run around with that poison barrel just doing all of his poison damage. What I don't understand is I think my game is bugged out sometimes. It's telling me I've still got 2 of 3 woodland, which I've only got 1 woodland out there. So if I was to throw someone like Nico out, would I get the buff, or is it just a bug placement on the side there? What do we pick up? We've got another drop. Get another Frozen Heart. Do we double Trap Claw, double Frozen Heart, the Scion and the Mundo?
None can hide.
Though many try.
Get the Kha'Zix in for the desert. There's another Mundo.
Come to Mundo.
Taking on Top Dog. How do we fare this time around? He rolled us pretty easy the first time. I think he's going to get us again here. Yep. Got us quite comfortably. That's okay. No need to panic. I'm still liking the build we've got. Roll with the punches, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely putting the Frozen Heart on our Scion. Level 2 our Twitch. Level 3 our Mundo. Here we go, now we're talking. Mundo's going to get his ultimate off where he poisons others and he heals himself, so considering if we can find maybe a Warmogs or something that helps him gain health back as well, teaming up with his ultimate could come in handy. I think we might be sending this guy home. Off you go, my little turtle friend. Okay, carousel time. What can we pick up? There's only 3 of us left, so if there's a Singed on the board, I'm grabbing the Singed. There is a Singed. I'm not a fan of the item it's got, but it's the piece to our puzzle that I want to collect. I mean, we could have gone with the Giant's Blade, but I'm liking getting him out there instead of the Cogmore. Taking on Top Dog. Let's see if that one change makes a difference. Seems she's just going to run through. It helped us take down that Vladimir, which is very good, and we're going to take him down. I think the Singe just turned the tide, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll sell the Cogmores off because we don't need them anymore.
Let us
Buy up the Yi. There's a Nami there. We'll buy her
The
as
ocean
well.
will sweep them away.
Something I've learnt. If you buy up some of the legends in a certain tier, that means that there's less heroes in that tier to go around, so you've got a better chance of finding the one you're looking for. Does that make sense?
The ocean will sweep them away.
Trying to see if we can find a Singed, but I'm not having any luck. And considering we're this late game, apart from leveling up, I'm not going to use my coins for anything else, so throwing my econ away is something I'm heavily used to doing. Keeping the Z on the board because
Yes.
Zed in Season 1 was one of my most loved heroes. He's now a 5-cost unit as well. Good times with Zed. Very good times with Zed. What are we rolling here? A redemption.
let us begin.
Rolling a redemption. Can we throw that on LeBlanc? She jumps over the back. Gets the redemption off. I think that could be a play. I'm thinking with her, Redemption Guardian Angel, especially with the position she's playing, could come in handy. We've still got that spatula. I meant spatula. We've still got that spatch in tow too, so if we can manage to pick up another spatula, that gives us the ability to throw out an extra hero. Even if it's for the giggles.
Where next?
We could potentially get Zed out there, but let's put the redemption on
From out of the
LeBlanc.
sewers comes doom.
There's another Twitch. Okay. Finding it very hard to find a Singed. We're finding everyone but a Singed. Having a look at what we can do though. We could throw in another mage, because that gives us 3 mages. We can throw in another desert. The game is bugged out telling me I've got 2 woodland. Can we take out the big turtle? They rolled us pretty comfortably earlier on. Yes, we can.
Heroes always die.
Bringing Singed in was a very clutch play. Singed is just running around doing his thing, and the longer he does it, the more we're preventing them from getting their ults off. I've thrown the spatula on the Twitch, because if we're going to throw the Force of Nature on anybody, we'll throw it on the Twitch. We're going to lose this. The key to beating this guy is taking out that Vladimir early. It's his Vladimir that's doing the most damage. Because he has the ability to suck the life force out of his opponents, he's just literally sitting back, copping the shield from the Thresh and just taking my life away bit by bit. Let's throw Singed in the front line so he's got the dodge chance. That way he might be able to last a little bit longer. We'll throw these guys in front of the opposition Hex. Throw these guys in the corner over here. LeBlanc's going to jump over the top anyway. Let's see if that positioning works. We're still not going to find ourselves a Singed. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is a ghost of the Turtles team. And Singed is just doing his thing. That was a comfortable win.
No too strong for you.
You go, Dr. Mundo. Two spatulas. That's one spatch gone. Is he going to go for the other spatch? No, he changed his mind. I thought he was going to take the spatch for a second then. But there we go. We can now get another hero out on the field, so we've got to work out which synergy we're going to go with.
Never cross an emperor.
We've got the desert synergy if we put a 0 out there. So they're going to ignore 50% armor reduction. That's going to be handy on our Renekton in the front line.
You can't tame the desert.
Go the Sivir instead. I really like Sivir. Alright, we just beat the ghost. Can we get it done again? We just need Singed to do his thing. Alright, Singed is out of here, but did enough damage. Is that the turtle gone? Yes, it is. And then there were two. And it's been an arm wrestle. Because if we can't take out that guy's Vladimir, that's it, game over.
Let me help you grow.
But he's low enough health, if we can take the Vladimir out, he could actually be gone this round. See, it's telling me I've now got 3 woodland. It's bugged out. Let's leave it and just see if it isn't a bug and if it spawns somebody. Okay, it's just a bug. But could you imagine if a level 3 LeBlanc had just duplicated itself? We're going to get the Vlad. We're going to get that Vlad. Get that redemption off LeBlanc. Good girl. The Vlad's gone. We're going to get him. And deal enough damage for the win. What a way to kick off TeamFIght Tactics on the channel. If you like this, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.